Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing today? I hope you are doing well. Happy Friday. I love you guys. You guys know that. I love and believe in each and every single one of you, and I thank you for being here. Today, we're going to go ahead and get right up into it. Today is going to be October 11th. Today's quote, actually, we'll go to today's title is going to be Removing Poison. And today, as you can find us on, obviously, YouTube at Humble and Focus. But the reason I want to bring this up on a Friday is because, ladies and gentlemen, we're all consistently being poisoned. And today's quote is, anything that makes you physically, emotionally, and spiritually reject as poison. Anything that makes you weak, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, reject as poison. Now, we're probably like, what are you talking about? So I want you to think about something. Like, actually, let me bring you on. We got a different location, a little bit, get at least a different view of it. I got a room in the back. I have somebody come to stay with me this weekend, so I got to get the room all nice. But I want you to think about this, ladies and gentlemen. If you were consuming poison, let's say you were drinking antifreeze or you were drinking bleach, and then you realize it wasn't good for you, you would remove that from your body, right? And so the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, we always are consistently conscious of the poison that we ingest in our bodies. We tell each other, oh, don't eat that, that's bad for you. Don't eat saturated fats, don't eat oils, don't eat this, don't eat that. All the things that we're not supposed to eat. We all know the things that we're not supposed to eat and physically put into us. But what about the things that we consciously are putting into our minds that are consistently poisoning us on a daily basis, such as the news, the media, the different things about that? And then what about the people around us that are poisoning us on a daily basis? The people who talk negatively around us, that you hang around. If you spend enough time hanging around anybody, you're going to end up picking up some of those habits. So you have those negative people. You have the people that are we love. We have people we love that are poison to us, that are not good for us. And it's okay to remove them from your life because, ladies and gentlemen, you are two separate people. If you were the same person, you'd be like, hey, I love you and I love me, and then I can't get rid of you because you're me. But that's not how it works because there's somebody else. So you got to remove all the poison from inside of your body by the things that you're ingesting. You have to remove all the poison of the things and the situations, that the events that are consistently happening to you. You got to remove those from your life if you have a choice. You have to remove the people from your life that are negative if you have a choice, because it affects the body as a whole. In this book, As a Man Thinketh, they talk about how a man or a woman, sorry, I know it says as a man thinketh, but it's both. It talks about how the thoughts that a man have can, let me see if I can find it real quick. Because it talks about when you get sick and how if you're sick, you end up in trouble because a lot of the time that when people are sick, is because the body itself is thinking negative thoughts. And I was very surprised to read that in this book because I didn't know it was going to go into something of that nature. Here we go. So, disease and health, like circumstances, are rooted in thought. So we're back to the thoughts, everything. It says, sickly thoughts will express themselves through a sickly body. Thoughts of fear have been known to kill a man as speedily as a bullet, and they are continuously killing thousands of people just as surely, less rapidly. Those who live in fear from disease are people who get it. Anxiety quickly demoralizes the body and lays open the entrance of disease, while impure thoughts, even if not physically indulged, will soon shatter the nervous system. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's saying that if you keep putting poison in your life, those negative thoughts that you put in your mind that you're getting from the news, those negative thoughts you put in your mind from your TV, the negative thoughts you put in your mind from television, those negative thoughts you put in your mind from talking to people, those negative ideas and thoughts can affect the body in a horribly, horribly, horrible way. Men will continue to have impure and poison blood as long as they propagate unclean thoughts. Men and women. Out of a clean heart comes a clean life and a clean body. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're sick, maybe one of the reasons why you're sick is because of the fact that you're carrying poison around. Now, you can't see what I'm about to do. There is a quote I'm going to read to you. I was actually looking up the title of this to try to find the video, or try to find the, hold on, let me go to this, just so you can look at something other than me looking at something. There we go. I was trying to find a quote, the one that we're looking at right now, and this is what I came across. So I came across this thing. It says, how to remove toxins from the body, or how to avoid toxins. I want you to read. I want to read to you what it says about toxins. So it talks. It says toxin, and it says, why are toxins so harmful? It says toxins can do negatively. Sorry, toxins can and do negatively affect every part of the body. Toxins' effect on the brain include poor memory, circulation, erratic behavior, word confusion, mood issues, heartache, vertigo, cravings. Toxic brain exposures from alcohol abuse are also linked to accelerated mental decline. Common toxins can be absorbed through the skin, ingested, inhaled, and these are just a list of any of the toxins that you have. Now, why did I say that? Because listen, it's telling you right now that when you have toxins in your body, it affects everything you do. So all that negative thought, all that negative people that you hang around, all that is toxins. The hardest thing for us to do is to take people into our minds and our hearts that we care about and not let them be removed when they serve no purpose no longer. You get what I'm saying? So I want you to make a decision. I want you to kind of look at your life and look at the situations you're in, because, ladies and gentlemen, you can always win in every circumstance. The only thing you can control out of every circumstance, I tell these people all the time, is you. Your reaction to everything. You don't have to indulge somebody who's acting crazy, and you don't have to indulge somebody who's not acting right towards you. But you can choose to remove them as a person from your life. That's your choice. But you can't sit here and stay in it because you care about them and complain about how you hate the situation, because you have to make a move to remove the poison. So removing the poison, ladies and gentlemen, is about me telling you that whatever's in your life that's holding you back, you've got to get away from it, because you're preventing yourself from your greatness. I watched a video yesterday. It was amazing. The guy was saying that not only is our life continuous, we are in connection with our life in the future. We're in connection with our life in the future, which means that we should be striving for what we want already in the future, and we should already have that, but because we're not pushing enough and we can't get there. It's simple as that, right? Well, how do you think with having poison in your body, like let's say real poison, if you have to run, okay, let's take it back to yesterday. Yesterday we were talking about starting line, finish line. You cross that starting line, it's a battle. You've got a battle. You're going at it. You're running. You're about to win this race, the 100-meter dash. You got to race this guy and this guy. And remember, it doesn't really matter as long as you cross that finish line, you cross that starting line. In the middle, it's a battle. So in the middle, if you've got poison in your mind and in your heart, it's going to affect the way that you run. If you've got real poison in you, you may just keel over. You get what I'm saying? So why do you think it is that we can have mental poison in our minds, mental poison in our heart, and spiritual poison in our hearts? Remember, this says emotionally, spiritually, and physically. We can have all those types of poison in us and think we're going to run a great race, because it's not true. An Olympic athlete with Clorox in his system will not run the same race as the one who's been eating well. Imagine the body of somebody who's consistently, daily ingested Clorox bleach, and the body of an athlete who's been eating and drinking the right things to get his body. Which one is going to run better? Which body is going to run complete? The one who's eating the better things, right? But we in our lives are congesting like spiritual, emotional, and physical poison, and expect our bodies to perform at a high level and our minds to perform at a high level, and that's not ever going to happen. See, ladies and gentlemen, we want to keep the people in our lives because we care about them, when they're actually poisonous to where we're trying to go. You can never get to your best self. You can never get to your top speed in a race against yourself if you are poisoned and you're running sick. You get what I'm saying? Like in the book, As a Mind Think, it said, as you think negative thoughts, it opens the body up to disease. So if you have a relationship that is poisoning you, how do you expect to get to your top speed? And by top speed, I mean success. I mean anything that you want. How do you expect to get there? It's not going to happen. So you got to open yourself up and drop off that dead weight. Take that poison out of your life. Remove it from your body, mentally and spiritually. Now, is it going to be hard? No. When you care about somebody and you have to remove them from your life, that's like taking a part of you away for now. But it's like when someone stops smoking. They have they're chemically dependent. You don't think we're chemically dependent on negative people? Yes, you are. I guarantee you are. You're chemically dependent on negative people, but you don't understand why you can't get rid of them. When you get rid of them, you're going to have symptoms, and you're going to want them back. You're going to have withdrawal symptoms. But you got to get that poison out of you until the point where you don't feel that anymore. And it's not going to be easy. No, 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 no. That's not what I said. I said get it out. I didn't say it was going to be easy to do so. Because by doing them and keeping them in your mind and your heart, ladies and gentlemen, what you're doing is you're changing the whole composition of your body. When a smoker stops smoking and putting that poison inside of their body, their whole body composition changed because it became reliant on the poison. So your body right now is relying on poison people. It's relying on negative this, negative that, and all the stuff that's in your body that you're getting from all these outside influence and forces. Your body is now used to that, and it's learned how to cope and deal with that. The body's amazing and a resilient thing. So you've got to remove everything from your body. People, things, physical things, spiritual things, take it out. Mental things, take it away. Remove those away and see how different your body runs. I'm gonna tell you right now, for someone who is in the process of doing, I've done a lot, it changes your game. Now, I do have people in my life that are hard to get rid of, and I'm gonna have to get rid of because I have to go forward. But in all reality, ladies and gentlemen, the only way for you to run a race and not die in the process is by getting all the stuff out of you that is not supposed to be in you. Could you imagine how different a race would be running if a marathon sprinter or, a 100-yard dash sprinter is running and they can't get out of their heads the fact that their marriage is falling to shambles, or that they don't know how they're going to feed their kids tomorrow, or their kids in the hospital and sick, or that, the world is coming to an end, or whatever they've got in their mind. If they're not focused in on what they're doing task-wise, they will never succeed in winning. So I need you to clear out all the things that are in your head, all that poison. I need you to remove it. The thing is about removing poison, and one of the things I didn't read to you is like what they tell you is if you're ingesting poison, they tell you immediately drink water because water's neutral. It'll get that stuff out of you and clear you out. It tells you to wash your eyes out if it's in your eyes. They tell you to try to get it out of your system. All this stuff because poison is so deadly to everything you do. There's warning labels on all the poison and toxins, the cleaning products all around. There's warning labels on all of them, but yet we are willing to take that same poison because we don't recognize it. Like, what if we should start putting poison and warning labels on people. We should start putting poison and warning labels on events and situations. And if we did that, maybe we'd pay more attention. But the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, they come under the radar unseen because there's no warning label on them in the first place. So now what do we have to do? We have to physically make a conscious effort to know what our poison is and to go ahead and remove it from our life. It serves no purpose for you. All it's doing is bringing you down and not letting you live your best life. It's not letting you get your top speed. It's not letting your body, your mind, your soul, your heart function right. You got to remove it. And is it going to be easy? No. But it must be done if you want a better life. Anything, ladies and gentlemen, it didn't say some things. It says anything that makes you weak physically, emotionally, and spiritually, reject as poison. You got to get out of your body. When you're sick, ladies and gentlemen, what that is that your body's got to fight this stuff that's inside of you. Your body is fighting all that sickness and it's fighting it all. So your body's fighting all that, right? Why is it fighting it? Because it's trying to remove it from your system. It's removing it. So that's all I want you to think about, ladies and gentlemen. What's your poison in your life and how are you going to remove it? That's all I need you to think about. That's all I want you to look at. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Thank you for coming. I believe and I love each and every single one of you. And I don't want to keep seeing you guys suffer with the poison of life because it's your choice to keep it in your system. You have permission. Give yourself permission. I can't give you permission. Give yourself permission to remove that poison from your body. Just do it for a month and see how it feels. You're going to feel like a whole different person. And you're going to achieve more. You're going to gain more. You're going to be more successful in any avenue of life that you choose. But that poison is slowing that body down. And when your body's slow, you don't go nowhere. When your body's sick, it's hard for you to do things. It's the same thing. Especially for men, right, ladies? You say that all we do is complain and whine like little babies. Well, imagine we have poison in our body and we can't get rid of it. So we're not moving at our top speed. So that's all I got for you, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, stay strong. Get that poison out of your life, out of your mind, out of your body, out of your spirit, out of your soul. Get it out of there and see how great you are. I believe and I love in each and every single one of you. Happy Friday. Hey, you're going to have a lot of poison this weekend. The question is, what will you choose to keep in your body? That includes going out and partying. That includes whatever you do this weekend of your choice. You have a choice of what you're going to put into you and let in your life. And you also have a choice of what you can let go. So make some good choices.